You see all these nice $200,000 cars? Did you know that some of them you can drive for free? Today I will tell you about 4 luxury cars that you can buy today and essentially drive them for free. So you can probably drive these cars for free. The value only goes up, but I don't know if everybody wants to drive those cars for free, but I'm sure everybody wants to drive this new 2020 Corvette for free that looks like a freaking Ferrari. I mean, look at this Corvette. It looks so much more expensive than $60,000 or $80,000. They start from $60,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. We have this McLaren parked right next to it. I mean, if you pull up somewhere to a nightclub, to the restaurant, some people don't even know what McLaren is, and they never seen the new Corvette. So it looks like a $500,000 car. I mean, look at McLaren, look at Corvette. So these Corvettes are really hot cars right now, and I have a real life story where a previous owner bought this car from Kentucky. It was originally somebody's order, got canceled. That salesperson contacted like 20 people, all of his Corvette customers, and this owner was the first one who pulled the trigger. The only time he drove it was from his house to our dealership to trade it. And oh my God, this is loud. This is loud, this is fast. This car might be faster than this McLaren over here. It's obviously older McLaren. Under 3 seconds, 0 to 60. This is crazy. So he bought it, I guess, for MSRP, and he traded in for, well, I can't tell the figure, but he made money on this car. He made a little bit, but he could drive this car for free for a year and still trade it in or find the right buyer and make money, just because it's hot cars right now. And we're selling it for $95,000 right now, original MSRP of $80,000. And these Corvettes sell as low as $60,000. So if you can find a deal on a Corvette, go ahead and buy it, because you're gonna drive this car for free. So let's go to the next one. Look, I found another car that you can drive for free. And it might not make sense, but listen, if you can find this car somewhere, which is not easy, I'm not telling you it's easy, but if you can find this car, 2020, 2021 G-Wagon, G63, and buy it for MSRP, you're not only gonna drive it for free for a year or two, or even longer, you're probably gonna end up making money. And you wanna look for 2019 and newer. This is when they got redesigned for the first time in a long time. And it might be a little harder than in a case with Corvette, but you don't have to be a millionaire to drive these cars. You don't have to have $200,000 to pay cash for it. For example, Corvette, if you have an excellent credit, you can buy it with zero money down. With G-Wagon, it might be a little bit harder because it's $160,000, $170,000 car, and you have to have a history of buying these kind of cars, expensive cars, and it might be a little bit harder, but it's possible. It's possible to finance it. And I'm gonna tell you what I've seen. It's more important to have an excellent credit than to have $1 million in your bank account. I've seen literally millionaires with bad credit that couldn't buy a $100,000 car. They couldn't buy a $70,000 car. they wanted to finance it. So if you have an excellent credit, 800 credit or close to it, you can even buy these cars with a little money down, and in a year or two sell them for more than you bought it for. It might be a little bit harder because it's an expensive car. For second, because the tax rate is very high on this car, so you got to take that into consideration. If you buy an $80,000 car like that Corvette, it's a different story, because you're gonna end up paying $7,000 to $8,000 in taxes, depends on the state, unless you live somewhere in Oregon where you don't pay any taxes even if you buy the car out of state. So but this is the second car that if you work hard on finding that deal, you can drive for free. Look at this screen. It kind of reminds me the Mercedes dual display, but this display looks even cooler, and this is Cadillac. And if you're in the game, if you follow the auto industry life, you know it's a new Escalade Cadillac. What a beautiful truck this is. It kind of reminds me with these headlights design, Rolls-Royce. And this car just came out. It might be a little more risky investment than G-Wagon or Corvette, because those cars already established themselves on the market, and for sure if you can find them for sticker, you'll be able to get your money back in a year or two. Well, with these cars, they just came out. Some dealerships don't even have those, and most likely they're gonna be sold for $10,000–$20,000 over sticker, which $92,000 in this car. I'm sure it can go well over 100,000. But if you can find the Escalade, you can find it for a sticker, I would buy it. I would buy it and at least drive it for a year. Look at these screens. This is the biggest screens, factory installed screens available in any car ever. So with these new cars, I think it's more about new technology and bigger screens. Well, that didn't work. Than about anything else. I mean, look at these screens in this car. This car has so many features, so many bells and whistles. You have to take 10 classes to learn everything about this car. By the way, if you want to know more about this Escalade, put your comment below and tell me if you want to see a full review of this car. So this is another car you can drive for free, Maybach GLS 600. So this is example of perfect timing. The guy who bought this car put a deposit down before it even got to the dealership, and at that point dealerships thought it's just going to be another GLS on steroids, and they were not really going for over sticker. Right now you can find them online for $100,000 over sticker, and it was great. He wrapped it in black, looks beautiful, all blacked out. So the owner of these GLS will be driving it basically for free for a couple of years, because he paid sticker, and he can sell it for more even in a year or two. So that's a great example of driving a car for free. So comment below if you know more cars like these that you can drive for free, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And again, it's not easy to find deals like this. It's not waiting for you when you enter the any dealership. You gotta do your work. You gotta be basically a salesperson. Call 20 dealerships, send the email to 20 different dealerships, even around the country. Some states might have more inventory, so they might be willing to give you a better deal, and you can never find that deal in your state, but somewhere in New York, or for some cars in central United States, you can find those deals. And sometimes it's about timing. Sometimes the dealerships, they don't know if the car gonna blow up and it's gonna sell for over a sticker, and they take a deposit for a car and sell it for a sticker, and then it starts to go up and nobody knew it's gonna happen. So you gotta be in the game. You gotta follow the car game and see what's happening, what the trends are, and you can constantly drive the new cars, the newest cars, the coolest cars for free. Yes, it's not for everybody. You can't drive it if you're broke. I'm sorry, and you don't have a good credit score, but this is for big players. If you have $200,000 income and excellent credit, you can drive any of these cars, and you don't have to pay cash for them. You can just finance it and drive them for a year and trade it in or sell it and make money, or just get your money back. So that's what I call driving these cars for free.